Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Every day is a holiday. I don't gotta go to work today. Every day is a holiday. It feels like a good day. Wake up. Every day is a holiday. We don't gotta go to work today. Every day is a holiday. It must be a good day. I make my own peace. I am my own man. I am my own boss. I make my own plans. I see the eyes of my children through the sun. That's when I know that the day just begun. Another plum day overlooking your beauty, where I can be a teenager as long as I wanna be. Every day is a holiday. I don't gotta go to work today. Every day is a holiday. It feels like a good day. Wake up. Every day is a holiday. You don't gotta go to work today. Every day is a holiday.
When you think St. Patrick's Day, a couple things come to mind. Yep, people like to drink their beer, but they also like to enjoy their yummy, yummy St. Patrick's Day meal. Fortunately for us, we've got Jimmy Nadell with Conundrum Catering joining us this morning in full St. Patrick's Day regalia.
Thank you. My pleasure to be here.
And you're making some yummy food for us.
We are. We're going to cook with some Irish beer today, and I'm going to do 3 different dishes. First, we're going to start out with, the Irish love their salmon, so I'm going to do...
I did not know that, but I'm glad you told me.
I'm going to do a beer-battered salmon here, okay, with the pepper sauce, okay?
So that's what we've got here is literally a big batter of beer, okay?
So what I've got is canola oil, which I've heated up to about 350 degrees here, okay? And what I'm going to do is just cut this salmon...
That's a nice fresh piece of salmon, it looks like.
And just little pieces here, and we're just going to fry that up.
And for salmon here in the area, do you have any recommendations for some of the
Yeah, I think go to Butcher Block or the Epicurious down Valley.
Okay.
And just ask for the best, freshest salmon. The wild salmons are great.
The wild salmon is so good.
Salmons.
Are you a big fan of the wild salmon versus the farm-raised?
I am.
Big difference in flavor, don't you think?
Absolutely. So now, with your assistance, I'm going to make a little beer batter.
Okay.
So we're going to start out here with 2 cups of flour.
Okay, got our flour.
Okay, 2 eggs. A teaspoon of baking powder.
Okay. Okay, keep going.
A little bit of granulated garlic.
Okay.
And a little salt and pepper.
All good ingredients.
Now, what we're going to do is...
Here, I can take that for you.
Whip this up with a little beer.
Okay, do you want me to start pouring the beer?
Go ahead.
And does it need to be Killian's Irish Red, or what do you
Any
think?
beer you like, but on St. Patrick's Day, you should use Irish beer, right?
And are we pouring the whole bottle in, or no?
No, that's good for now. Let's see. We want about a pancake consistency here. A little bit more.
Just a little bit. It's funny how it just fizzes right up.
Yeah,
as you make the batter.
more.
Sure.
All right.
This is fun. The most cooking I've done in years.
All right, that's about perfect there.
Okay, so we've got that. You got like the pancake-like consistency to it.
Okay, now I rolled the salmon lightly in flour.
Okay.
I'm just going to put it in the batter.
I gotta tell you, that looks good. Just not even cooked, it looks really good. While you're doing that, I am so appreciative that you actually did some research on St. Patrick's Day.
I did.
And what did you find out, Jimmy?
Does anybody know what we celebrate on St. Patrick's Day?
I know now, but
We
I'm
are
gonna tell.
celebrating St. Patrick. And St. Patrick, okay, real quick, I'm going to drop the fish right in the oil here.
Okay. Do I need to stand like a little far away there, you think? Or
Yeah,
we're
just
okay?
don't put your hand in there.
But we're celebrating, actually, this was the day he died.
Yes.
March 17th.
In the year 437.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. And he was known for doing something that Irish people just love him for.
Yes.
Besides introducing Christianity.
He drove the snakes out of Ireland, and that's why everybody loves him.
Beer came into play. I wonder if it's just the Irish people just love beer. What do you think?
I think so. Okay, now what we're going to do now is make a little tartar sauce. So I have 2 cups of mayonnaise.
Okay. And how long are we going to let this cook in here for?
About 2 minutes.
Okay, because the batter's immediately looking crispy.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got 2 cups of mayonnaise,
Okay.
2 tablespoons of chopped capers, 2 tablespoons of chopped pickles, and 2 tablespoons of chopped scallion.
Now, are those sweet pickles, or is that just regular pickle?
Just regular pickle.
Regular pickle, okay. That out of the way here.
All right. We're just going to mix this up here a little bit.
That seems like a very hearty tartar sauce.
Yeah.
As opposed to other ones where you just get a very creamy tartar sauce.
This is adult tartar sauce.
That's
tartar
for adult,
sauce.
absolutely.
Did I say tartar sauce?
I understood you.
Okay.
You got the tartar sauce there. Veggie's always a nice accompaniment for it,
right? Right, absolutely.
And the fish looks like it's doing well. It looks like it's cooking.
Fish is doing great.
And you said that was canola oil that you were cooking it in? Okay.
Which is 100% non-cholesterol.
Which is a good thing, especially for those of us that have to watch our cholesterol.
Right.
Here we go. So that's cooking up well. I had no idea about the salmon and the Irish, by the way. That was news to me, that they're big eaters of it.
Yeah, they smoke a lot of it, too.
Huh. Not like a cigar smoke it. They like smoke it like they eat it. Okay, just want to be clear.
Smoke it.
Okay, we've got that cooking. What else are you going to be doing for us today?
Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a no-brainer corned beef and cabbage.
And it's a no-brainer. I love why. Because we're using a crock pot.
We are, okay?
Which can be a person's best friend who doesn't love to cook.
Absolutely. What we do is we put the corned beef in the crock pot at 8 o'clock in the morning. I set it for 8 hours on low temperature. And then when you come home, you just add your potatoes, your cabbage, your carrots, and whatever vegetables you want. Give it about an hour at high temperature, and it's ready to go.
Perfect. So you can have a full ski day, enjoy St. Patrick's Day, have a couple of beers if you so choose, and then you've got a perfect meal here at home.
In here.
That's quick. I like that, Jimmy, because I have to say I'm a big believer in if it's 20 minutes or less, I can do it, because I just am not the most patient person in the kitchen, let's say.
There we go.
That looks beautiful. Almost looks like sweet potato from this angle, just because of the beautiful orange color.
All right, what I'm going to do now is just move the oil here.
Okay. Doing
So
a little moving
we get
there.
ready for our next dish. Excuse me.
Oh, sure.
Right here, 1 second.
So you know there are a lot of St. Patrick's Day celebrations happening today.
They're
all over
all
town.
over the world.
And all over Aspen, let me tell you.
Okay.
We know how to celebrate our parties here. Okay, so this here is, what do we have here?
This is bangers.
Okay.
Okay, Irish bangers. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we start with the corned beef. All right?
Okay, so this
And
is
it's very
for-
simple.
Okay.
We're going to put it in a crock pot.
Just put the whole thing in. You don't have to worry about cutting it or
Right,
anything.
on low. And if you'd be so kind, we need 1 beer in here.
Okay, an entire beer?
Yep, 1 entire
Okay,
beer.
1 entire beer. Another Killian's Irish Red we got.
And I'm going to put some free-range chicken broth in here.
Okay, and I'm trying to evenly distribute it here, so it's not there. Okay. Again, very fizzy.
And the only thing I'm going to add is a little bit of pickling spice here.
Okay.
Kind of gives it that pickle flavor.
And is that something you could just pick up anywhere locally here? Okay.
City Market.
Let's love City Market. Okay, so that's
Okay.
cooking there on low.
All right, then let's make some room here.
Okay.
This is our plate for our corned beef.
And again, you said so you leave it on low, you take off most of the day, come back, add a couple of the things you want to add to it, and you're ready to go.
Right. Turn it on high when you come back, and you don't want to cut the potatoes too big because they might take a little, take too long to cook.
Sure, so make them nice and small.
So a little cabbage there.
And then you just cut that up. We are, by the way, almost out of time here.
Okay.
So maybe we can just... We need a half-hour special for you, Jimmy, because you got so much good stuff going on.
Whoops.
Regular show just doesn't cut it. Okay, so that's great right
Okay.
there. And with corned beef, I think you're either a fan or you're not, don't you think? Like people either
Well, you
love
gotta be-
their corned beef
You got to be
or
a fan 1 day a year.
you're right, if at least 1 day a year. Very true.
Okay.
Okay, so here.
We're doing bangers and mash.
And what are bangers?
Bangers is British slang for sausages.
Okay. Those
Okay.
British. Always coming up with those terms.
And I did a little different here.
Okay.
Okay.
So is this like a meat sausage or pork sausage?
It's a pork sausage.
Pork sausage, okay.
Put a little vegetable on there, and I'm going to serve it with a little caramelized onion.
Oh, that looks very yummy.
Here's your bangers.
And this is also traditional Irish type of dish.
Absolutely.
Caramelized onions on top. That makes it, let me tell you. And then
Okay.
we've got, look at this, 3
Now,
very
if you'd help me with the
distinct
final
meals.
touch.
Oh, gotta love that. Look at that. It
Oh.
How'd you get that to fit? But you've got 3 very distinct plates here. I mean, we've got, for you fish lovers, little salmon, the corned beef and cabbage, and finishing with the bangers and the mash. So
And the
this,
Guinness.
and the Guinness. All right, should we pour it? Jimmy, thank you so much for joining us this morning and
You're
for doing
welcome.
such a wonderful job. For the record, everybody, not only did he make all this great food, he even brought his own table and cover. I mean, talk about a professional. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
All righty. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with some very talented young men. Stay tuned.
Okay. Did I run too long today?
Everything.